Good day, guys. As you all know me, as a mentor, Nasdaq Ninja. So, guys, back and continue. Please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified once I upload. Yo, guys, I'm so excited because today it's NFP, and I actually know that during NFP, guys, it's either we're going to make more money or lose less money. Understand? Because at the end of the day, that's where you see a huge momentum of the market. And if the market wasn't moving throughout the year since it started, it will be moving on NFP because after the news being released, the market will gain more momentum and a specific direction will be actually be taken. Understand? So that's how we actually trade NFP this side. So today, guys, I'm gonna touch the chart a little bit, but I wanna talk more based on profits. Understand? Guys, I have started trading profits not so long. I think I have like 6 months to 4 months now, busy trying out profits. And one of the most exciting part is that I don't have a lot of losses. I only have a lot of wins because I think I started at the right time. In most cases, I realized that you need a specific strategy that will push you to become great as you really want. You understand? Because without any strategy, you can buy a profit, you're gonna fail many times. But because I've been studying the market for too long, I've been like I never traded a profit since I started trading. You understand? Like I think it took me 3 years in order for me to trade a profit. You understand? So when I started trading it, I had all the knowledge. You understand? So it actually tells me that I took 3 years practicing, training, teaching myself how to actually trade and execute. And then at the later stage, that's when I started trading what? A profit. Which is one of the most important thing and the most nicest thing, and I respect that. Understand? Because patience built me to be who I am. On the latest profit I was trading, there were questions whereby how did you feel when you were trading it, how did you manage your psychology. Just like I didn't manage no psychology because I just passed, bro. Like one thing that I did, phase one, entered one setup, passed. Phase two, one setup passed. Now I'm funded, entered one setup, I passed as well. I'm gonna show you guys and I'm gonna explain to you what actually happened. You understand the whole story of it, and I'm gonna try to go to the chart and show you guys the setup. Not actually try, I'm just gonna go to the chart and show you guys the setup. What is it that I actually saw in order for me to do those certain things? Yes, I know the rules of a profit, they're too much, but I want us to take it in a proper way and of understanding, right? Let's say you have 1.5. They say you can buy 100,000 account, right? And then they say, okay, let's say 50,000 account. They say you shouldn't lose 5,000. Remember that you didn't come with 5,000, you came with the 1.5. So they gave you extra 3.5 for you to not lose. You can trade however you want to trade, but please don't lose that certain amount we gave you. So you pass phase one, phase two, and then you get funded. On Comic Capital, there's an account whereby you can get instant funding. You can go to evaluation one or have two evaluations. You understand? So it's you choosing which one you really wanna trade on. Understand? But with me, guys, I used to love the one that has evaluation one, but I realized that even evaluation two increases the chances of me passing because the losses of the daily you find is 6%. It's no longer 5%. So on even like 4% on the day the one evaluation they can put it on 4%. Understand? So those are the most important thing that I actually realized that problem is not the problem is not the rules, it's you not knowing how to trade. So now the first one that I want to talk about, guys, it's very important and it's very critical. So I want us to understand how do you pass a profit, right? Because like I said, I have a lot of wins, I have less losses. You understand? A lot of people will say at least trade it for like 2 years in order for us to tell us how do you win it and how do you trade. But as much as I have experienced how I trade it now, I feel like I'm ready to actually tell you that it's based on the knowledge. If you have a higher knowledge, then you have chances of you passing. So number one, guys, it's how to pass a problem. So in most cases, when you enter in a problem, right? Yes, there will be trading days. Like in most program, they'll say you need to have a minimum trading days of 4 days. With me, I don't actually have a problem with that, understand? So that doesn't mean that, yes, it means you need to trade for 4 days, but that doesn't mean you have to trade the way you were trading at the first day. So one thing first that I do is I always get the longest setup. So I analyze the longest setup, how I analyze, and then I see this is a long term. And I see if the market will manipulate me, will it make me lose my evaluation? If not, then I'm going to enter that trade, right? I'm going to enter that trade with a long setup. So one of the most thing you can just title it and say one setup, one direction, and it has to give you a pass on your profit. You understand? So when we deal with the risk management, in my side, guys, I realized that I'm a margin call trader, right? But I realized that you can't margin call a profit. You understand? So number two, we're gonna talk about risk management. So based on risk management, the leverage already they put it on a proper risk management is 1:1,000. I mean 1:100. So it's already less, whereby we know very well that this is risk management in the whole process of, because it's leverage, you understand? So one thing that I do, I just margin call that leverage because I know that they actually put it in the right state whereby I won't be actually blowing an account on a short period of time. So one thing that I do, I margin call it. One setup, one direction, margin call it, right? Once I enter into profit, then I know that I'm relaxed. Number three, how do you deal with the psychologically phase? You know, one of my bro, Dumelo JP, once asked me one of the most question, right? He said, this is number three, guys, psychology. He said, are you gonna be able to close your phone and put it into your pocket when you're trading? For the past 3 years, it's a no. I can't trade and take the phone and put it in the pocket for the past 3 years. But right now I can do that. I can just enter, put the phone into my pocket, and then I do some other stuff, man. You are a trader, you have to be free in life. You have to be doing some other side, and then your phone is busy generating capital. So my bro asked me that question. I was like, can you trade and you put your phone into a pocket? And it was a no, because it wasn't a question whereby he didn't have an answer. He had an answer already that it's a no, Ninja. You can't trade without putting your phone into a pocket. You need to open trades and monitor it. And that's not something that he wanted. So here, if you want to deal with psychology after entering your trades, right? I know with losses, you're going to find it difficult to put the phone in the pocket. But once you are in profit, right? Take the phone, put it in your pocket. So I'm going to give you guys 5 points. So now it's number three. We're going to number four. So obviously, we know when it comes to profirms, they can give you days after reaching a target on a funded account, you're going to withdraw after 14 days. So I prefer you to just let it slide. You remember it's one setup, one trade. Once you reach your target, you close, you wait for that 14 days, right? And then the first thing first that we have to do, guys, is to get our money back, because they refund our money back. And then we get the profit of share. Maybe it's 80%. Right. And then the other thing we do is we let it slide, and then we continue trading with our own pace. So whatever profit you close, man, even if you can make $300, you withdraw, right? Because you are trading on your own pace, and the only thing that you want to see increases, it's your pocket, right? So when we talk about number five, guys, is picking the right profit. You understand? One thing, coming to picking the best profit, I suggest you guys pick the profit that will accommodate you. But tell me, what is the best profit on the comment section, and one thing that you like about it, so that others, if they don't know it, they start liking it because of you. But me, guys, I choose Commit Capital, because one thing that I like with Commit Capital, after passing your faces, they don't take time to actually approve you to trade your funded account, like other profirms that I have seen. You'll be crying, hey, I want to trade, I want to trade. They'll be like, client sign here, do this, do that. Man, I just want to trade. You understand? So those are the things that I have actually realized with most of the profirms. But for me, Comic Capital, it's affordable, man. I can buy an account with 300 ZA. So it's something reasonable for me to try out something new. You understand? But with others, man, you'll never find a price at a certain. You have to go for the highest price, and some don't create prom codes. You understand? Because they trust themselves however they trust themselves. But with Comic Capital, we always have pro codes whereby you can just take them, put them in your account, and then you trade. I'm gonna put it in the link in the below side, guys, so that you can actually join. Understand? So on chapter 2, guys, we're gonna speak about on how did I actually manage to pass my, I don't know, it's number 4 5 pro firm, guys. Obviously, guys, when I trade, guys, I trade with space markets, guys. I know a lot of you guys want this t-shirt, but last I gave away t-shirts. So maybe I'm gonna do a giveaway again on the end of this video. Watch until this video end, and then we make sure that you get the t-shirt, because I know, guys, you guys like this t-shirt, guys. If you see at the back of it, you see, like, it's dope, guys. This is the only broker that have dope match. Tell me the best one in the comment section, bro. Tell me, guys. So yeah, guys. I actually like decided to buy a Profim account. Yeah, I don't remember the date because it takes time to reach to a funded account and start trading. So for me, I don't keep days in my head, but I remember that I decided to buy a Profim BTC, and then I bought it because I saw BTC USD set up. I bought it, entered BTC USD, and I entered in the retail because I don't have future profits, understand? But I know they are being created, which is the most important thing. They are being created. Sooner or later, we're gonna see them booming. So you guys, especially in South Africa, you don't trade the futures, so there's no need for a future profit in South Africa. But unless if you start engaging into the futures, then that's when they're gonna create it for. You can't create something while people are not there. You have to create something that people are there and they're gonna trade it. Understand? So I saw a proper analysis on BTC. As you know, guys, smart trade, we trade crypto as well. It's one of the greatest thing that we've seen. We made a lot of cash from crypto. Crypto doesn't have a lot of manipulation. But let me get to the story, guys. Did my analysis. I'm gonna show you guys how did I do my analysis.
So yeah, guys, as much as you can see, guys, this is just an update on what actually happened on gold on the previous video, guys. As we analyze that gold is going to buy, but we are not actually here for gold. We want to see how do we actually take this buys on the specific profile that we're trading. So I'm just gonna actually look for BTC USD. I think this one is the correct one here. This one is the correct one. I think this is because of the network or something. So this is what we actually did on the first heat of this. So I'm going to push to the weekly time frame so we can see the whole structure of the market. So one thing that I've learned with Bitcoin is that it can actually create its own retest. So when I say own retest, most of the people might not understand it, but you know very well that the market have to retest here, but the market can just start creating places whereby it will retest here on itself and start pushing furthermore to the bottom side. Understand? So it can just come back here and then push to the top side. So I believe this once happened back in those days when I was monitoring, and then I was expecting it to come back to a specific price, and then I realized that no, it won't come back because it already created its own V-test. Understand? So this was the price here. So it came from the highest top and then it came to this point, but I was expecting it to come to this position. Not saying that it won't come back, but at the first touch it always does something like this. Started rejecting like this and started pushing to the top, especially even this side. It pushed to the top and then it came back doing the same thing and then it pushed to the top side. Understand? So same applies to this point. It's the same movement. If you can see, you understand, it's the same movement whereby it pushed to the top side. It's the same thing that it's happening here, but it's actually happening on the highest time frame. Understand? So yeah, guys, I'm gonna drop my free channel and my free channel for cryptocurrencies, because we're going to be more into crypto than USDT, because we already know USDT. If you guys are late, you're just gonna catch up, guys. Previous videos are there, are recorded, for you guys to catch up nicely and clean. Understand? So one thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create my current highest point and create a place whereby I'll call it my current lowest point, and then these are the places whereby the market, if they come back, they'll touch and reverse. So I don't need others. I just only need this ones. These are my major points, and then I'm gonna push to the daily time frame. So this was me looking for my first phase trade. Understand? So I just went to the top, patiently so, guys, patiently so. And me exiting my trade that I entered yesterday for past, it is incorrect, but I held and I saw a huge loss, so I had no choice rather than to do that. So now I'm still in phase one, so I'm gonna explain about phase one and then I'm gonna explain about phase two. You understand? So we got our trade here on phase one. We got our trade here. So we had a beautiful point here whereby we saw that this point the market will reverse and give us a specific buys, because I told you that it creates its own retest there. It's actually retesting and reversing, understand? So if you can check, these are the candlesticks that are gonna come out here and then start pushing to the top. It means we could have like made a huge back, but don't think I'm not. I do have it in the futures whereby I'm holding, not in the retail. In the futures I'm still holding. Relaxed, NJ. I just want to see the market pushing to the top. That's when I invest and put a lot of capital into, because I know that this is going to be a big banger. You understand? So I don't know what's going on with the network. I don't know if I have to change this one to maybe my phone. Let me try going for my phone, because there's it. Thank you, Lord. There's it. So if you can check here, we had like a falling wedge here. We had a beautiful falling wedge at this certain point here. We had a beautiful falling wedge, and then the market decided to do to break and gave us a good buy on the first one. So we did wonders here. We did wonders. I think we entered somewhere there, and then this was us there. We just entered entries with no loss. I think we escaped here, and then actually it was here. Yeah, we got out there because we passed our first phase. So that was our first phase. So this was just say phase one.
So yeah, guys, that's how my analysis went. That's what I actually saw when I was doing my analysis. And then I saw a proper buy, and with the profit, it respected and everything. And I was so cool and so proud of it because I just managed to hit it with one trade. But remember, guys, on the first step, number one point, I told you that you need to have a trading days of 14 days. So after hitting the target, I just came tomorrow and opened. I don't actually remember what did I open, but I think I opened like Nasdaq or. But I opened certain trades. One thing that I want to tell you guys, even if you can open Nasdaq on micro account with 0.01, you won't even lose a dollar. So that's what I was doing there. I was just minimizing those losses, making sure that I achieve those trading days. And you need to know that you need to achieve an active trade. So if you open and close, that's not an active trade. So one thing that you can do is you open that trade with a 0.01 on Euro USD. You understand? And then let's say you have 1,010. When you pass that, you just risk that 10 dollars. So one thing that you do, you open and then you hold for like 4 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, and then you close. That's an active trade. You come back tomorrow, you do the same thing. You come back tomorrow, you do the same thing. Now you have 4 days. Now you get a certificate of passing phase one. If you only have phase one, you go to phase two. We do the same thing. Phase two, one thing that I like, the target is 5%, right? It's no longer 10%. So it's 500. You reach 1,000. So it's obviously going to reach 500, right? And then you do it again. You reach your target, one setup, one direction. Once you reach it, you do the same thing. If you can hold the trade from today, right, and then you hold it for 4 days, you still have 1 day. They calculate it as one. So during the process of holding your trade, be busy opening those trades I was telling you about. Euro USD 0.01. Once they be on profit of 0 point something dollars, close it. But remember the hours, right? Once you close it, you need to understand you're gonna be what? You're gonna be on the nice format of the market because you are reaching your trading days well, you're gonna reach your target. So after that, that's when guys I decided to trade Euro USD. And then on the second day, guys, I just decided to continue with BTC USD. So this is how I continued, guys. So as
Understand? So continuing, this is what happened on the phase two. So at this certain point, that's where we actually traded our phase two, because we saw that this is a correction and we're gonna get an impulse movement quite soon. Understand? Here we didn't hold like a huge loss. It was like a minimum loss of like I think $100. Remember, we're gonna lose on 1,000. So we exited before it could even reach where it was. I think it was there. Understand? So story short, guys, it came to our funded phase. This was just like our phase two. You understand? So the reason we entered is because of this correction, and the 90% rule of the falling wedge wasn't ended. But we knew that falling wedge it always come back and retest. Understand? Especially on Nasdaq. We learned that on Nasdaq, but it actually happened on what is this? It happened on Bitcoin, but it passed because this is a different asset. Understand? So phase two. So
So as much as you saw, guys, That's what I actually saw, guys. A continuation, and then I was like, let me milk. Then after milking, I passed my profile. It took me days to actually like continue with the funded account because I was confused on what is it that I have to say. It was the first time joining that profile. First pass. I think they are even scared that I'm gonna buy a big account and kill them. Understand? So, but nonetheless, guys, you understand. So, they gave me the funded account yesterday, right? And I saw set up again. One setup, one direction. I traded and then it reached $700. And then during the night, guys, it came back into losses. You understand? So this was the $700 profit. This was the loss. And I was like, then before I could sleep, I was in a profit of $1. So I slept. And during the night, I woke up, I was going $100. I thought like I was dreaming. Maybe I already lost that account. When I woke up in the morning, I'm going 300. I was like, whoa. And then today I managed to close 800 and 75, and they managed to minus the swap because I slept with the trade. But I decided to say no, let me not trade until those 14 days and so I can be able to withdraw my initial purchase money and the profit of 80%, and then I can continue with the account because you trade until I think it's infinity, guys. So I think, right, I don't know. But if it's infinity, guys, they're gonna see wonders, guys.
So
So
yesterday they gave me my funded account. So here we're on a funded account, and I realized that at this certain point here, we're gonna make a reversal and push to the top side, which obviously I held and I saw $800, $700, understand here. And I was like, let me just keep on holding because I believe I can reach that thousand. If I reach the thousand here, it's possible for me to reach the thousand there as well. Now, nonetheless, I kept on holding. So my trade was here. And then it came back to losses, guys. I don't know, like came back to losses and I exited at this high here. Yeah. So it did come back to losses because I closed with $800. Yeah. I didn't close at 1,000 here because of, I realized that I actually saw 700 and I haven't yet withdrawn on this certain account. So I have to withdraw, then I can start risking when I have my refund and the withdrawal of the profit, understand? So that's how I actually trade my profit, and you can learn something from that, understand? Because I know that now I'm gonna be risking their capital. So this one was just our funded account. You understand? This was just our funded account. So obviously, the question is, how did I get this trade? This trade are actually coming from the same setup. You understand? It's just a matter of understanding here. We saw this is a continuation pattern, right? So we know very well a continuation pattern is to push to the top. So it's a impulse, correction, impulse movement, right? Correct. And then here we realize that we came back to the same zone here. Understand? So we have to do what we have to buy. So this is based on analysis. And the other thing, if you can check, if you still want to enter buys, are still valid. Like I told you that I just want to close withdraw, and I have another one that I'm holding, hoping for it to come back to the top side. Understand? So with me trading like this, guys, it gives me a good risk management and a good trading psychology because I know that I wanna hold my certain cash. Yes, I get worried when it keeps on pushing like that, but nonetheless, I'm still holding with another account, and which is something that will make it a great and super easy for me. Understand? So that's how it is, guys. We see, and if you're to purchase your account now, you can just enter buys at this certain high here. We believe that the 90% rule, like it there in the other side, it will be reached. One thing that you can aim for, you shouldn't aim for impulse, just aim for correction, then you're gonna get an impulse movement. You don't know where you're gonna get the correction at the moment because it keeps on buying. Let me check the profit on the other side. How much am I going? Understand? So that's how it is, guys. That's how it is. And then we're gonna jump to NFP and see what is it that we see on NFP. So you see, it keeps on buying like perfectly nice, clean. You know, we don't have no worries here. In our own language, they say "Ahuna matata." So yeah, guys, let's jumping into NFP. So this is how it is, guys. This was just our funded account here. You see what we did on it. Perfect, clean,
this,
easy.
guys.
Now we're
So
gonna jump.
yeah, guys, that's how I actually traded, guys. So guys, now let's analyze for NFP and see what is it is chapter 3, guys. Let's go. Let's see what NFP has for us, guys. I hope and believe you guys are going to enjoy this video, guys. I really appreciate your time, guys, your effort. Yo, guys, I want to see you guys win. No other way, guys. Your smart trade now has changed, guys. If you once been into smart trade, you don't want to know the building now. It's awesome. So if you once been in smart trade, you paid for our service, especially lifetime. I'm gonna put an email there. Just send proof of payment, then we're gonna add you in the group. You don't need to pay again, guys. You were smart trade. You are smart trade. Whether you once been a hater, you can still come back, man. I don't hate you. I love you. I wanna see you win. Let's go, guys. So let's jumping into the chat and see what the chat has for us.
Easy. Now we're gonna jump into NFP and see what was going on there. What is gonna go down. Understand? So this is our it's very important for you to watch the video until it ends, because you're gonna miss out on other things, like now you're gonna miss out that we were going to actually analyze USDT and NAS100 for continuations of NFP. Understand? So with me, you can see the market, it's actually like dropping, but I have seen the market giving you a movement like this and then take a buy. Understand? So at this certain edge, I'm believing that I'm gonna be looking forward to get a buy. Like, very well, we're targeting this correction. You can see we've been targeting this buy way before we can even enter here. Understand? So we understand if we're gonna catch him here, this is gonna be the nicest part of us catching the market at. Understand? But if it breaks this high, it will give us a good format of understanding the buys are strong and we're gonna be buying. So for me, one thing that I'm gonna do now is just analyze this, give it a proper trend line here that has a third touch, first, second, third, understand, and then I believe that from here we're gonna take it from this. So around NFP, I believe the market could be somewhere at this certain point. This is an H1 time frame. It might not take it too much hours to reach there. It already reached. So believe me or not, guys, the buying opportunities will be valid around 2 there. Understand? And then we're going to take our buys from this. Let's just aim for a little bit of this high. Understand? Let's aim for this high. So I see a buy. Okay, let's go for NAS100, guys. NAS100 is the one that gives me proper buys. You see, what do I see? And if you're my student, you don't know what do I see, then it's a problem. Like I said, guys, I don't need fans. You're not my fan. Understand? So check. If you've been on my YouTube, you don't know what do I see. Man. Study again, go through those videos. We know we're gonna break this high, and this thing is just confirming quite well. Understand? Quite well. Yo, I removed everything by mistake. I don't want to remove this. I'm just looking for this one here. We're gonna push to the top side, so you can start the buy here with the proper risk management. But one thing that I've realized, that it doesn't matter what time you enter. What matters is who's making more money during those news. Understand? So here we can aim for somewhere like here. So we're gonna reset and then see what is it that we see there. So that's how it is. So for NFP, guys, this is my prediction, guys. I'm gonna buy. Let me show you what I'm gonna buy here so that you understand. If it milks us, guys, it milks us. If you think of an opposite, you can tell us the reason why you think of that. Understand? So the question is, what am I going to enter? Specifically because of brokers not allowing us to enter a lot with indices, I will enter USD JPY, understand? So I know it's the opposite of USD JPY. So this is what I'm going to actually enter, guys. So as much as you can see, guys, that's what I'm expecting into the market. I want to see do what I have just predicted now. Thank you guys for watching this video, guys. I really appreciate your time, guys. It's really my pleasure, guys, to see you guys here, guys. And make sure you join those links that I provide, guys. If you want to text me on WhatsApp for questions, you can get them there below. So guys, see you guys on the other side, guys. Let's go. Let's make sure we're making money, guys. Making money makes sense.